Hey everyone, I'm Basanta from Smart Tech Guide. In this guide or video, I'm going to talk about a couple of tips about traveling. First of all, I want to say that if you're traveling right now because of this flu going on, I don't say the name, but this flu going on all around the world, especially China centered. Be aware, wear mask, and be aware, don't get into crowd as soon as you can, and avoid crowds. I mean, avoid affected area as long as you can, and be safe. Let's start on the tips. There are different kinds of tips like financial standpoint, a technical standpoint, or in general. Starting with general, don't forget to pack your own towel, especially if you are going to beaches, or even if you are just going to some places and you need to stay overnight. The hotel may not be as perfect as you think. If you are going to some remote places, you may not have choice and you have to stay on any hotel you get, and you may not like that. In that case, use your own towel, and also prefer you to take the thinnest possible bed sheets and blanket if you can. Next thing is pack all the travel size stuff like toothpaste and brush, sunscreen, lotions, and first aid kits. This is very important. First aid kit you should carry with you all the time whenever you visit some places or you go to travel. And another is flashlights. Sometimes you get late and you have to return back on the late nights or late evenings. In that case, the flashlights becomes really helpful, especially if you go to some national park and there will be a lot of place to go. You may not be able to make it on time. In that case, you may need some kind of lights even for walking or hiking. Yeah, in that case it's really helpful. And you may choose different kind of lights depending on your target destination. Sometimes you may want to bike on your destination. In that case, you should use the headlamp or head flashlight. If you are walking or hiking, then it's fine, either you use head lamp or the handheld flashlights. Next is don't forget your medications. If you use any kind of medications like blood pressure, sugar, or anything, any medications, don't forget it. Most of the people forget it at the last moment, but don't forget it. And next is if you have any allergy, or no one knows, like you may get some kind of allergy. It's always a good idea to keep some allergy medication on your backpack, so that if you in case feel under the allergy, some kind of dust or pollen or anything, in that case you can just use it. One other thing is especially this kind of flu or viral things. If you are going to totally different place, new place, and you don't know about it, you should take flu before you leave, flu vaccine, so that it may save you from the potential flu virals. Avoid using money belt or the wallet belt. Let me show you how what is that means. This is that kind of bag where you can put your money or wallets or passport and all this stuff. This is especially useful if you are traveling international in airports and everywhere. You can just take it out, and then in airport security it's really useful. You don't have to take so many things, and This is useful on airport, but if you are visiting some crowded place other than airports, that may be risky. There may be risk of thief and stolen activities. Don't use that. It's like inviting a thief, saying, I have all the stuff here, go ahead and steal from me, kind of. So don't use it if you are in wrong spot or some bad spot. But as long as you are in airport, it should be fine. Make copies of all of your travel documents, including passports. With that, if you just like I mentioned before, if you visit some crowded place, you may lose documents. You may get your purse or wallet stolen. In that case, you don't want to lose your original stuff. In that scenario, keep your original stuff on the hotel room or somewhere safe, and carry the very few amount of cash and copies of document. Try to avoid peak launch hour if you are especially if you are visiting some kind of national park or historical sites. The thing is, in launch hour, the historical sites or national parks are kind of less busy than the other time. So for that, you need to manipulate your timing. You may take heavy lunch earlier and then take late lunch, heavy breakfast earlier and then take late lunch to utilize that lunch time to visit the historical sites or the national parks. Or you may take heavy breakfast and then you may not need to take lunch at all. You can figure out how does it work, but try to avoid as soon as possible. Try to avoid the heavy launch, peak launch hour to the launch, so that you can utilize that time to different visiting different place while you are traveling or in vacation. Take an empty metal water bottle through airport. All of you know or may not know, if you carry a bottled water through airport security, it's not allowed, and either you have to throw it or you can drink it all at once. And that's not the purpose of carrying water. If you want to have water and stay hydrated, just take the empty metal water bottle, that should be allowed, and then once you passed security, just fill it up. Every airport has drinking water nearby the restroom areas. Just fill it up and then you stay hydrated. Take portable battery charger, especially if you are visiting remote place like national parks that needs 2-3 days of walk, or there may not be power at all. In that case, use this kind of power bank. This has solar panel, it charges from sun, and it also charges from AC. Either way you can charge it, and it can recharge mobile up to 3 or 4 times depending on what size you buy, and you get it for around 35-40 bucks in Amazon. This is really helpful. It also has port wise, you can charge as much as 3 devices at a time, or some other device, other power bank may have different ports, and it charges from sunlight, I already told you, and it does have flashlights, 5-6 different types of lights: SOS light, blinking, high speed blinking light, and all those things. That's about the power bank. Don't rely on review. Don't solely rely on review. You have to rely somehow, but not totally. The reason is, if you go to some place you don't like the tendency that you may write a review or bad review is 90-95%. But if you like some place and then go to another place, the tendency that you forget to write good review is again 90-95%. Here I said forgot, earlier I said write. So that's the thing. Not all the people write good reviews, but most of the people write bad reviews. So if you see some place review is really bad, and don't judge that. So because it may not be perfect. Other than that, you just have to research on your own so that you can find exact what you are looking for. And the other perspective is nowadays business or some places want to show the highest rating, and they hire bots, chat bots or something like that, and they write fake reviews. How to spot a fake review, it's a really tricky part because it may vary by timelines, but most of the times if someone buys chatbots, it's kind of on the same time frame. If you see hundreds of 5-star or even 10 5-star review within a month, but before 6 months, in past 6 months there are only another 2-3 good reviews, then that's definitely suspicious. So this kind of things you have to look at that, so you can identify which review is correct or not, and then you can decide what place is best for you. Get travel insurance as long as you can. It's really good thing if you get into accident or if you get into some trouble, and in that case it will help you. You may not carry a lot of cash, and if you fall into accident and you have to go to hospital, then in that case you need some kind of money that comes from travel insurance. If you can afford, you have to take it. Do not over plan. The most people do this mistake. They over plan and get lost, and then don't get do not enjoy their trips because of over plan. That should be avoided. If you over plan, you won't get time to relax and enjoy on some place you are trying to visit. But if you give enough time to certain place, then that should be good. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and share my channel and videos, like my Facebook page, and don't forget to click on the bell icon next to subscribe button to get notified of my future videos. If you haven't watched my previous videos, go ahead and watch. Feel free to comment if you like to know something or have feedback for me. Until next video, have a good time. Bye bye.